want to bring my panel in. Bret Stephens, an MSNBC political contributor and op-ed columnist for The New York Times. Brendan Greeley, a contributor to the Economist Free Exchange blog. And Midwin Charles, an attorney and contributor to Essence magazines. And Robert Costa, an MSNBC political analyst and national political reporter at The Washington Post. Midwin, your parents came from Haiti. I had the chance to go to Haiti a few years ago. And the resiliency that people from Haiti have, they don't need President Trump's approval. What they have to go through every day to survive, the natural and political disasters they face are stunning. Right. How will Haitians take this?
Well, I can tell you that the blowback has been incredibly crazy. You know, I think that most Haitians are not surprised. And yes, you are correct. Both my parents are from Haiti. I am first-generation American. And when my parents came here, they did so, like most immigrants, looking for a better life. And they've done an extraordinary job in raising two daughters who contribute to American society. And I think that's what's being lost here, is this idea that immigrants come to this country and they do not contribute to this country. Let me just give you a little snapshot about what Haiti is. In 1804, Haiti became the first free black republic in the world. Okay? They kicked out the French and decided that they were going to have liberty and they were going to govern themselves. And as a result, they became a beacon for other Latin American countries and the like for liberty and for democracy. And so starting with that and culminating to today, which happens to be the 8th year anniversary of an earthquake that decimated a country, over 300,000 people lost their lives. So this idea that a group of people come from a country that is a shithole, and I'm going to say the word because it is the word that the president of these United States has used, is outrageous, it's degrading. And I will tell you this about Haitian people: you are not going to meet a group of people who are more resilient, who are more educated, who have more dignity, who are more hardworking, who have more respect, and who want to do nothing more than to contribute to this country and to this world. And again, let me also make a point here that Donald Trump makes a point about he doesn't want people coming from certain countries. I would beseech him to go out and read a book, get off the golf course, visit Haiti, visit Africa, and read that book and understand how history works. A lot of people come to this country because their countries have been destabilized by American foreign policy, okay? In 1915, America occupied Haiti. All right? So I think it's incredibly important that the President of the United States understands the history of what it is that he's talking about. Or that his comments and his deeds have been consistent from the day he rode down that escalator and announced his candidacy for presidency. So we ought not be shocked at this point.
No, it was actually much sooner than that. Birtherism, yes, Central Park 5, yes. It was long before the escalator.
And also the discrimination cases for not renting to black people twice, sued by the federal government. But, you know, I think it's important to remember that this is not new. What we should find surprising and shocking is that we have a Republican Party that props up a president who is racist and who is ignorant. And they're okay with that. And so we need to, as a country, decide, are we going to be a country where every 2-3 weeks a particular ethnic group has to prove their humanity? Yeah. Is that where we're going as a country? And we need to decide, well, what are we going to do about it? I mean, we have an entire party that is okay with this. And that's what I always tell people that I know who are Trump supporters, who run around and say, well, I'm not racist. You know, I'm like, but you're okay with it. So what does that say about you? And what does that say about this country when we want to be the beacon of democracy, when we want to be the leader of the free world? But here we are debasing an entire segment of the world. Why? Because of the color of their skin? Because
you don't just have to be
economics, because of the economics of their country.
Why I can't be a Republican?
Well, I was just going to say, to your point, it's not just about decency, because what we've seen in the past year in this administration is that Trump's belief, right, that certain people are inferior because of the color of their skin, drives policy. So this isn't just about decency. This is about law. This is about policy. I mean, he is fighting a Muslim ban right now in the courts, and that Muslim ban is a straight derivation of his racist beliefs. So it's not just about decency. This is about law that impacts the lives of Americans. Also, I think it's important to point out what is the impact of this? You have the President of the United States, a leader. This is the person who leads the country. This is the man who represents us on the world stage. What does it say to people who are from these communities that he's targeting this week, right? Because next week it'll be somebody else. What he does is he makes people from Haiti, he makes people from African countries a target for hate crimes. He makes those people subject to vitriol. He makes those people a target for discrimination. So that's, you know, we can't just talk about this of, oh, he said these bad words and they're really terrible. No, no, no. We have to look at the impact of the words. And people who are brown, like me, feel the impact of his words every single day. We can feel it. There is a difference in how we are treated. And so we can't walk away from that. These words mean something. So if you are conservative, I don't understand how it is that you can have a position that is anti-immigration or anti-making these people, you know, be legal.
Because it's not conservative, it's racism.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
And let's be clear that these immigration policies that we're talking about, that Trump is talking about, is immigration from certain countries. Because we know he likes Norway.
We got to share that. I mean, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. Want to talk about a real American and what a real American looks like? It's Midwin Charles. Thank you all, this amazing panel. I'm sorry, guys, especially Midwin.
Yes.
I'm going to say she was the standout. That wraps us up this hour.